I'm Dr. RMD. So this is the live session for NEET PG 2024, where you can ask me anything because there is only 1 month left, and now by now you will have a lot of queries regarding your preparation, as well as you might have given many mock tests also by now. So I'll be addressing few queries till 7 p.m. If the queries get over before that, I'll be winding up the session before that. So we have few queries already. So should we aggressively attempt a NEET PG, or can I leave 20 most unsure questions at least? See, it depends on how what rank you want to get, whether you want to be in a safer range or you want to get a rank of below 1000. So if you're aiming for a rank of like above below 1000, then you should get you should attempt at least above 195. 190 to 195 is a safer range. If your target is between like 10,000 to 20,000 rank, then you can attempt up to 180 to 185. Next, should we do FMG questions? See, if you have time, you do it. INICT questions are not advised by me. If you have time, you can go through FMG, but then 6 years of NEET PG is very essential. So many questions. How many questions should I attempt? In NEET PG, that depends on rank. Okay. So what is the rank range that you desire? If you desire a rank range of less than 1000, then you have to attempt around 190, above 190 to 195. If you desire a rank of between 10,000 to 20,000, you can rest a bit because you don't want to commit many negatives. So you can take around more than 180. Anytime more than 180 is recommended. Okay. So I have not even started my first read in medicine. Is it still possible to cover? Yeah, I told you for medicine revision, you can go through Dr. Deepak Marwa YouTube videos, which are actually useful. Okay. It is available on YouTube under live sessions. You can go through it. It will take hardly 6 or 7 hours. How to reduce negatives? To reduce negatives, first of all, you should be knowing why you are getting negatives. Is it like a recall mistake, error, or is it like you have not studied and you have just randomly guessed? Most of the mistakes are because of silly reasons. Okay, so avoiding silly mistake itself will give you advantage of 10 to 15 answers correct. Other than this, you can increase the you can see where you go wrong, like which subject you are committing more mistake. You can correct accordingly. How many revisions to plan in next 3 weeks? 2 revisions. How to decrease number of silly mistakes? For that, you have to identify which are the silly mistakes you are committing, okay, and how much you are committing. So once silly mistakes could be because of 2 reasons. One is that you are not able to answer you are in a hurry or you are in anxiety, so you are not able to answer it properly. That is one reason. Second reason is that you have studied something and then you are not able to recall. So if you are in a hurry, if you are in anxiety, then the recommended thing is that you actually go through all the options first. So you can do one thing also. You can just read the last line of the question first and then come back to the question. That is one possibility. In the second reason that I give, that is your recall problem is there, then you can actually go through those things which are repeatedly coming wrong. Okay, like for example, maybe rickettsia in microbiology, which is a very confusing topic. So you can make mnemonics from like Google images and all, where you will get mnemonics, so that you don't forget these things. You can also do group discussions. You said you will do one video for FM, but you haven't done so. I don't get so much time to make videos on FMG. I'll try. Last 6 days. Last 7 days plan I'll be releasing in next 1 week. Okay. How to overcome anxiety? Give more GTs, solve more questions. That is the best way to deal with anxiety. The problem when the anxiety, why there is anxiety when you give exams, is because you are not sure about. There will be so much time pressure. Okay, and immediately as soon as you do some negatives or you don't know the answer, then it will become very difficult on your part to move ahead. That confidence won't be there. So the best thing is to do custom modules at this stage. And about this custom modules, I had discussed earlier. My GT scores are at 150 to 160, but my rank in INICT is far behind at 15k. See, INICT and NEET are totally different game. Okay, so if you are getting 150 to 160, continue your revision, continue for NEET PG. You will, if it is a moderately difficult paper, you will end up in a rank of less than 10,000. Sir, how to avoid negative? I told this already. Sir, how many revisions should we do from now on? 2 revisions. Last 7 days is separate revision, and the one that you are giving now is a separate revision. Not able to remember content. Okay, remembering is totally like it is based on individual ability, but most of the people, they'll start to do mnemonics. For that you can do group discussions. If you have a study partner, you can discuss with them, okay, and you don't have to remember everything. Basically revision, discussion is the key to this. What should we do for this last 3 weeks? Please go. I told you to start your revision since last 1 month, and in last 1 week what you have to study, I'll release a video in that in the next coming 1 week. Is it okay to leave medicine, anatomy, ENT and still get 125 to 130 questions? Target is to get rank. See, Rajendra DG, getting 125 to 130 questions will never give you a rank of less than 10,000. If it is a moderately difficult paper, your target should be above 150 to get a rank of less than 10,000. So 125 to 130 questions will never give you a rank of less than 10,000. Can you please tell me how is the Department of General Surgery in our... I think now you should focus on your exam rather than counseling, because after this exam I will be dealing separately with NEET PG counseling. That is totally different game. NEET PG is just the front page, okay? Whatever the back behind the scenes that happens is in counseling, and that is totally a gambling, okay? So I will be discussing about counseling and all later on, okay? Expected rank if 130 is correct. If 130 is correct, around 30 to 50,000. How many? That is for a moderately difficult paper. So all my assumptions are for a moderately difficult paper. If it's a difficult exam, okay, then the ranks will be better. And if it's an easy exam, then your ranks will be clustering. So even a small changes in ranks will cost too many thousand ranks. How many questions we can skip? Ideally, if your target is below 10,000, then you can skip up to 10 questions. So just now I'm starting. Sir, can I follow your strategy strictly for... So I get this many queries even in my mail that you have started exam preparation since last 1 month or last 2 months. So it totally depends on what rank range you want to get and how your preparation in MBBS was. For a student who has just completed internship, who has had a very good base in his MBBS, I would tell that getting a rank less than 10,000 is not a big deal, okay? But then one who has not prepared for last 2 years and suddenly you have got the dream that you got to crack NEET PG in these 2 months, and then you start seeing my videos, it's not possible to crack. Sir, around how many questions repeat from PYT? Basically it is 30 to 40%. 30 to 40% are PYTs, then rest of the things will get from solving custom modules and GTs, so that will cover around 50 to 60%. The rest of the things will be covered from notes, but even other than from notes also you can cover this from revision videos. And also if you read revision videos plus PYQs plus custom modules plus if you have reviewed GTs well enough, then you can land up somewhere between 140 to 150. Sir, between 1,000 and 5,000, I don't know what you want to ask, Pushpendra. Last 3 day strategy, no, last 7 day strategy, I'll be releasing it in the next 1 week. Sir, last 20 days DVT is fine, already did the first read, marrow done, what to do? If you've done first marrow read, then you have to go through the, you have to revise that, because you're reading from something and then you're revising from other source, it's not a good idea. Sir, how to reduce? I have already discussed this. Sir, it's trying to read notes again and again. Yeah, so that's why I said go through custom models. Custom models and question solving is very important. I get many queries that your theory part is good, your theory part is strong, but then when it comes to questions, you are not able to solve questions. That is because your question solving skills is not developed adequately. So either you have to make your concept strong or you have to go through more custom model solving. How many years of NEET PG papers? Minimum 3 years, last 3 years. If you have time, last 6 years. How many questions can you skip in every segment? It's better to skip as less as possible. See, the basic funda is if you don't know anything in one liner, then you skip. If you don't know, if you are able to rule out one option in, if you are able to rule out one option, that is you are trapped between 3 options, then if it is a strong subject, then attempt that question, okay? If it is a weak subject, then leave that question. So medicine content can't be remembered since how to read. I told you go through Deepak Marwa videos or some revision videos which can be covered in 1 or 2 days. 3 week strategy, no, not 3 week, I'll be giving you 1 week strategy. That video will be released after like I'll be releasing it around the next week. So while revision, mind going to study more, how to study. So there will always be FOMO, okay, when you revise. So the main thing is that you should know is go through important topics first, then less important ones. Which are the important topics? I have already mentioned in my videos. Less important topics you'll have to if you have time, then only you'll have to go, or else you'll have to leave. We assume that these topics will be covered in custom models, okay, custom models and JTs that you solve, we will be covering that. There will be a few topics which won't be covered at all, but if it is important, it will already be covered in custom models according to the pattern that I said in the video that I released last week. So should we focus on a weak subjects more or strengthen or strong? Focus on your weak subjects more so that you get at least 50 to 60% right. Strong subjects, however, you have to focus on things that that are less asked, okay, like more important topics anyways you will be good in strong subjects. Your weak topics in so the less asked topics in your strong subjects you should focus on. So getting 110 to 115 will it increase to 150 plus? I'm not getting your question. 3 week strategy, not 3 week strategy. I'm giving you 1 week strategy. Last 1 month, what to prepare, I have already told. Sir, can you share a PDF of the important topics you gave in your video? No, I can't share PDF because of copyright issues. Can you please make video on reducing negatives and to rule out? Okay, I can make this video. I'll note this, Rajendra. Sir, I tried doing more than 118 GTs, but my negatives are more than my correct. In this case, how to move? Okay, as I said, you will leave questions only when you don't know any of the options. Especially in one-liners, when you don't know any of the options, you will be leaving those questions. So then when you review the GT, you should realize like why is it wrong? So is it that because it's an important question and you're left? In that case, you have to go back to that concept and learn that concept so that you don't leave it for your NEET PG. If you if you see that this question has been not asked many times and it was a random question and still you have left it, then it's fine because no one will be like knowing this. For example, half-life of letrozole, no one will be knowing, so that is fine. Then if you're left with 3 options to rule out, still the probability is lesser on your side, 66%, sorry 33%, but still you have to attempt if it is a stronger subject. If your subject is strong, suppose we say your OBG is strong and then you are left out with 3 options, then it's better to attempt, because if it is a strong subject you will be having some intuition within you, some hidden clues which you will pick up, okay. But if it is a weak subject, it is better to leave, okay. So if you're getting many negatives or if you're getting more wrong, then the first thing is to identify why they are wrongs. You have to identify first how many silly mistakes you are making, how many things you are making mistake because of recall, okay, and how many mistakes you are making because you actually don't know the concept and they are important. So these 3 areas are the ones which you need to focus on. Last 3 days revision, I told you already about this. Should I do consider modules instead of reading notes right now? So if your revision is good enough and you have to improve on, like maybe you have given 2-3 revisions and still your GT is not improving, then you can go safely with custom modules. Use taglines of PYQs, tagline of recent NEET, tagline clinical, tagline image based, okay. These are the taglines you should use. So custom modules and then retrospectively active revision of your notes will help a lot. How many questions can we skip in? I have already discussed this. Sir, I'm getting 120 to 130. Which rank category I should see below 1000? I didn't get this question. Is it difficult for 2, second or third time repeaters to get top? No, it is not difficult. You should follow proper strategy. Sir, active recall takes a lot of time. Can you give a smart way to do it? So the smart way to do is that if you're following like custom model and then doing active recall, then daily you will have to do 40 questions, 40 PYQs. Okay, so it won't be a very daunting task. Other than that, if you're going from your notes from page to page, that will be a difficult task, okay. So active recall, whatever you do will be useful. Whenever you do active recall of a question, like I assume your active recall means you are going through the question and then you're going back to your notes and reading that specific part. So that means you have to do this for questions which are very important, like which are answered by more than 50% of the students, right? If it's not a PYQ and not answered by more than 50% of students, right, then you can actually skip that question. How many questions can we skip? I have already discussed this. Sir, is it possible to crack below 2K irrespective of GT marks? See, GTs, say for marrow GTs, The concept is that in this last national national NEET marrow mock, okay. So in this, you can have a plus or plus 5, okay, which means if your correct responses is 150, then up to 155 is your target for NEET, okay. You will get around 155 to 160, okay. You can add plus 5 to that. For a normal GT in marrow, you will add plus 10. So if your score is 140, that means in NEET you will be scoring around 150. For GTs from prep ladder, when your score is around 150, your actual rank could go up to 140. Okay, actual not rank, actual correct responses could go up to 140. That is minus 10. Okay, so based on this, you can guess your marks. So if your GT scores are like maybe above 150, then you can expect a rank of less than 2000. Please give us 3-week strategy. I have already told you. I'll give you last 1 week strategy. Sir, has the competition really increased than the previous years? Neha, yeah, the competition has increased actually. The competition has increased tremendously. And this year you have also 2018 batch and you have 3 batches, 2016, 17 and 18. So competition has increased. How many questions can we skip in every segment? I have told you, you can skip all those questions where you don't know anything about the question. That is, you are not able to rule out any option. Those questions you are supposed to skip. And questions, weak subjects where you have ruled out one option but you are not able to rule out other option, those you can skip. Other than that, you should attempt everything. Sir, when will you upload last 7 days revision strategy video? I'll be uploading it by the end of the coming week. Is doing PYQ and previous year topic enough? You are having FOMO. It totally depends on what rank you want to get. So many times I have done PYQ, I memorized, I can't test myself on it, don't know if I'm good at the topic or it's just pure memory. So just doing PYQ is not useful, you have to do PYT. That's why from the beginning, from last 3 months, I'm repeatedly telling you that you have to do PYTs, previous year topics. So you have to focus more on revision videos and the revision of the revision videos. Okay, just doing PYQs won't give you a very good score. Should I do custom models instead of reading notes right now? Depends on your revision. If your revision is good, you have done 2 to 3 revisions, and now you are thinking of like solving more MCQs, then it's fine. You can do custom modules. I'm getting 120 to 130 score. Which rank category I should see below 1000? Rank category I should see below 1000. I still don't get your question, Pushpender, what you're saying, you can email me your query. Please give us 3-week strategy. I told you about this. Should I do custom modules instead of reading notes right now? I have already answered this, okay. I uploaded signature vertically in application form instead of horizontal and I didn't get any edit message. It won't cancel my exam. You can email to NBEMS regarding this. And their active portal is open during working hours from 9 to 5, so you can ask them. I don't think it must be a problem because by this time you would have got a suggestion to edit. Also check your email. Backlog in revision schedule, how to handle and improve on the same. See, backlog, when it happens, you should make sure that your top subject, that is the top 10 subjects which I mentioned, those should be covered first, okay. Then the later on subject, even if you don't revise anesthesia and radiology, all these are fine because they don't carry much of significance, okay. The overall output is less. So backlog is fine, but then try to improve on it. How many questions can we skip in? I have already discussed this. How to revise in short time from main notes. Everything seems important still now doing. Okay, so when you are reading from main notes, your main aim is to go through the topics that I told. The order is the very important. Like for example, in pathology, first you have to go through general pathology, then hemat-oncology, cover almost everything from that. Then you'll be going to selected topics in rest of the topics. Okay, so this is how you go about. And when you're going now, it's very important you highlight things from main notes because in the last 1 week you will not be able to go through everything again. So either you go through revision notes now, or if you're going to main notes, make sure that you are highlighting very important topics which are supposed to be memorized in the last 1 week, or else it's going to be very difficult, or else you switch to other revision forms, okay, because in last 1 month revising main notes is going to be very difficult. For those who have actually read from main notes, you can do you should have started your revision like 2-3 months ago, so that in this 2.5 months you could have covered 1 revision from your main notes. So last DVT for last 20 days. It's better if you cover DVT in last one day. Okay, if your 20 days is too much, you can give revision or do custom modules in that time. How many questions can we skip? I have already discussed this. How many questions you can skip? Already discussed 2-3 times. Sir, I'm getting 130. Can I attempt more than 195 plus? See, there is nothing like how much you should attend. It depends on the toughness of the exam. Okay, how difficult the exam is. So if you attempt more, there is always a risk of getting more. Like if you have attempted 195, and usually you get around 60 to 70, right? 60 to 70 negatives. Then you will be landing up somewhere in around 130. Okay. So number of questions you attempt more is the chance that you will get more marks. Okay. But then there is a safe zone, because I have seen people who answer like around 195 and get some 100 wrong and only 95 right. So that there is no point in that when your negatives go more than positives. So to be on a safer zone, if your negatives are around less than 1/3, okay, less than 1/3 of negatives if you are committing, then you can go above 190 to attempt above 190. Okay. NEET PG mock got 111 correct only, and INA CET rank 28,000. So you should improve on the custom modules. You should do revisions. Like follow your own strategy. See, for everyone strategy is different. That's why I started my membership program, where I give individual advice to strategies according to individual basis, because everyone has read differently, everyone has different source. So if someone is getting 111 correct and INA rank of 28,000, I don't know the reason why you are getting this score. Maybe your preparation was weak enough, or if your preparation was good, maybe your revision is weak enough. So every preparation strategy depends on individual strategies. Okay. So I can't comment on this, like what you want to improve. That totally depends on your current status. Sir, now revise with custom modules only and stop doing theory. If your revision is good enough, like if you have given already one set of revision and then you're switching to custom module, it is fine. Or else you'll be missing some topics from your revision videos. So be careful in that. How to increase from 120 to 140? Okay, this is the most common question that I come across. How to increase from 120 to 140? See, when you increase from your marks, most of the times what I notice is around 10 questions will always be silly mistakes. If you avoid all silly mistake in NEET exam, that's why I always say, those who talk to me directly, I always say that the first thing that is necessary is to maintain mindfulness on the day of NEET exam. Your concentration, your attention should be 100%, so that even if you study less, you will be giving maximum output. Okay, so around 10 to 15 will always be silly mistake. Silly mistake in the sense you have not read the question properly, you have not read that last all except, or all of the following are correct except these questions, or you have not read gone through all the options. Okay, most of the silly mistakes are committed either in one-liners also. Okay, if one-liner silly mistakes you are committing, that is a grave mistake, because one-liners, it is like a do or die, like you know the answer or you don't know the answer. You can't commit silly mistake in that. Analytical questions, you usually skip the clues, you don't know what the examiner is expecting out of you, so there also chances of silly mistakes is more. Okay, so these two possibilities are there in silly mistake. Third category is silly mistake because of you not able to recall properly, like you have given 2-3 custom models, or you have given 2-3 GTs, and you are seeing a question that is repeated again and again, and still you are doing it wrong. That means it is a silly mistake on your part, because you are not able to correct it even though you had come across it 2 or 3 times. So when you improve on these three platforms, then you will be able to increase the rank correct responses by 20 marks. Okay, so when you want to increase from like 120 to 140, it is not a difficult task. You should just analyze yourself where you are going wrong. Sir, I'm getting 120. How many I should attempt in NEET PG? So I told you this, there is nothing like how much you should attempt. So to be on a safer zone, to get a rank of less than 10,000, you should attempt more than 190 correct, if preferably more than 195. If you want to get a rank between 20,000 to 30,000, then you should attempt more than 180 correct. Okay, so that also depends on the exam paper. Like if it is a tough exam, very tough exam, and you are attempting like 190, then it's foolishness, because there will be at least 20 questions which even toppers don't know. How many questions can we skip? I have already told this. Sir, I did custom modules of PYQ till now, but very thoroughly, but I did not give GT. So tell me how many. One GT. So those who are not given any GTs, give this national marrow mock GT or any other platform like NEET mock GTs. Okay, one GT is absolutely essential to get to know the exam pattern. This time the actual game is not about how many questions you will do right. Okay, it's about battle against time. How much questions, how much you will be able to cope up with this time pressure. It's not like how much you will be doing correct. Okay, you will be doing silly mistakes because of time pressure. So DVT or BTF for last 20 days, any of the both, any of these two are fine, because both are mainly last minute memorization like study materials. So anything is fine. Sir, please don't delete this stream. I'll watch. Okay, fine. I'll not delete it. It will be in my live sessions. Sir, I'm getting 120. How many I attempted NEET PG? So that totally depends on your target. If you want to get a rank of less than 10,000, then you should attempt around more than 190, around 190. My GT corrects are still at and below 100. What should I do regarding revision? I'm revising DVT. DVT is meant for last minute preparation, even the last 1 week or last 10 days. Now you have to go through custom modules aggressively. How many questions can we skip in every segment? I told you already, you can skip all those questions which you don't know. So ideally it will be, if you have prepared well, if you have gone through all the custom modules as I said, if you have done PYQs properly, if you have gone through revision notes, then you can skip up to 5 questions in each segment. 4 to 5, that totally depends. Maximum 5, not more than that. And all segments won't be like equal difficulty. So if it's an easy subset, then you should attempt everything. If it's a difficult subset, you can leave up to 5 questions, not more than 5 questions. So that maximum you will be leaving around 15 questions, not more than that. Is Nikita ma'am sure shot have more strike rate than BTR, sir? I have no idea regarding this. Assuming moderately difficult exam, how many corrects to get 1K rank? Moderate difficulty, to get less than 1K rank, you should get above 160. 155 to 160 will get you less than 5,000. PYQs of only NEET, or should I do INI? No, not to do INI, only NEET. First 3 years. If you are able to do 3 years, then last 6 years. Should I do custom model instead of reading notes? I have already answered this query. I am getting 90 plus correct only. What should I do? I have already discussed this. Like, we are getting less than 100 correct, what you have to do. Okay. I have done 2 revisions and got 118 correct in INI-CET. I am lacking in MCQ practice. Can I do only only question practice for 20 days? Sure, you can do. You can go ahead with custom models as I have discussed. You can make totally 4 custom models in a day. 4 custom models of 40 questions each from 4 subjects. So for example, in one day you can do pediatrics, biochemistry, OBG plus some small subject like forensic. And these 4 subjects you will be doing custom model for 40 questions in 42 minutes, and then you will be going through your notes also. Like, each question you will be picking up from these custom models, and you will be going through the notes to see what you have gone wrong. Okay, so this is a form of active recall. So in the next 20 days you will be doing, in the next 3 weeks you will be doing totally 4 custom model cycles like this. Okay, so that you will be covering all the subject 4 times, and this will be a very good revision. Can we get a PDF of previous topics of NEET PG? No, you take screenshot. I have seen many people who have taken a screenshot and made photocopy of my videos. I can't release the PDF because of copyright issues. Time management during exam. Okay, this is a very important question. See, when there are totally 5 sets, so each set will give you 42 minutes. So first you will be solving all the questions based on within this 37 minutes. Okay, 37 minutes should be a target, or 35 minutes you will be solving all the questions. In last 5 minutes you will be reviewing all the questions. So in my last video I had discussed how you should go through one-liners first, and then you should go through analytical questions, and third phase will be the reviewing phase. So first 10 minutes or 5 to 6 minutes will be going through all the one-liners. Next around 20 to 25 minutes will be going through all the case-based questions, and last few 2 to 3 minutes will last 5 minutes will be reviewing some difficult questions which are put for review. So some people came up with the problem that during INI there was a problem that computer takes time to load each question. So in NEET PG, if you are facing this difficulty that computer is taking time to load around 4 to 5 seconds to load, then you go according to conventional approach. You can go to question number 1 to question number 40, or you can go from question number 40 to question number 1. Okay, so this is to just avoid the delay by computer. So you can go through both these approaches. Use 37 minutes, 35 to 37 minutes to solve these questions, and then last 5 minutes to review each question, especially the all correct ones, or the questions which you might have made some silly mistakes. Okay, last 5 minutes you can keep it for that revision. If the set is easy, then between 30th to 35th minute you can take a break. Okay, in any of the sets you can take a break, and these breaks are very important. How many GT should you do? You should do 1 GT. So GT score stuck at 130, what to do and SP? I have already answered this query some 20 minutes ago. So not 20, maybe 10 minutes ago. So how many hours of sleep at this time? 7 hours. And one day prior to exam, it is very important to sleep for 7 hours, or else you are not going to make it. Because the most demanding thing this NEET PG is to get is the mindfulness. Okay, how much active you are on the day of the exam. So I'm skipping repeated questions, okay, which I have already answered. You can go back to my live session videos and watch it later on. So I'm going to skip those questions so that I can answer every question which is put forward. I'm reading only BTR plus bonus BTR only. Will it be okay? See, it totally depends. If you have not read anything else, you're only reading BTR plus bonus BTR, it will cover only 30 to 40% of the total questions. Even if you do PY custom modules along with that, then it will cover around 50%, not more than that. So you can expect your correct responses around 80 to 90, not more than that. How to handle stress in these last days? Okay, so I know that many of you will be stressful regarding how much you haven't covered. Okay, and there will be a lot of negativities at this time. So the best way to handle this is to focus on whatever you have completed so far. So you should be happy with whatever you have completed so far. So there are people who are weaker in preparation than you, who haven't even started, because I talk to all sorts of people. I come across people who have started preparation 1 month ago to people who have started preparation, who have been doing preparation since 2 years. Okay, so I get a lot of queries and emails. So everyone is stressed. It's a common thing to everyone. So you should focus on whatever you have completed and what plan you can do next. Stress is common for everyone. You can do any leisure activities that you do along this time. Okay, there is nothing separate in this. And you might have known that this channel is not for motivation purpose also. I don't give motivational content in my video. I am a very realistic person. I give strategies. I give real-time solutions to the problems. So how many questions to attempt and mark correct to get Delhi colleges? So totally depends on the branch you want to take. To be safer side, you should get a rank of less than 1000. But for non-clinical branches or branches like NSH and all, you can get up to 5000 rank also. So if you're from general category and you want to sit in Delhi college, maybe clinical, then you should get a rank of less than 1000. And to get less than 1000, you should get at least above 155 correct. INI-CET questions you don't have to revise. Should you do GTs regularly? Right now it's not recommended. Custom modules are more recommended than GTs. Right now 1 or 2 GTs are enough. So I have prepared is solving custom modules from the app will suffice. See, custom modules with tag of PYQs, recent NEET and image-based and clinical will actually help you revise actively. Okay, but it is not enough to get a very good rank. Okay. So you should know your limitations. I am getting 120 correct. How many I should attempt in NEET PG to get within 1000? Within 1000 you should attempt more than 190. Because we always assume that the number of wrongs that we do is around 40 to 50 if you want to get within 1000. So if you attempt like more than 190, then you will be in a position to get more than 160 correct. Okay. More than 150 correct. I have done 2 revisions and got 118 correct in INI-CET. I am only lacking question practice. Can I do only question practice for 20? Absolutely you can do. If you have done 2 revisions, go ahead with custom modules. Solve 4 custom module cycles, as I discussed, 4 custom modules in a day. So that will be covering total 4 cycles. Okay, go ahead with it. Anatomy can be left. See, based on last 2 years, anatomy questions have been less, okay, maybe 3 or 5 questions. But if you want to totally, don't leave any subject totally, okay. It's not at all advisable, because you can easily cover few questions that can be asked in one day also. Even if you give one day for anatomy or maybe half day, you can cover very important things which are asked. And these very important things I have already discussed in my NEET PG videos, okay. The heading of this video is NEET PG question paper prediction, part 1 and part 2. I have discussed all this in that, which topics are most important. Sir, how many questions did you attempt in your NEET PG? I attempted 195, and in 195 I think I got 161 something correct, okay. My score was 610. That gave me a rank of 838 in first attempt. Sir, how was your NEET? My NEET rank was 838 in my first attempt. My situation was that my NEET rank was given, I had given NEET just immediately after my internship. I hardly had any time for preparing separately, and it was during my last 6 months of hectic internship also. So I was not fortunate like you guys, where you have got actually 2-3 months, especially the internship batch. You have got 2 to 3 months of extra preparation, okay, where after internship you have set and charade. So if I had got such a opportunity, I would have scored less than 100 also. So my conditions were totally different. How often should we do GTs in June? I told you 1 GT is enough. So can you help FMG? I have got a lot of queries from FMG student, but I am very sorry that I can't attend to it, because of I have to do residency on one hand, and NEET PG is also there on one hand. So I'll try to do FMG videos if possible in the last week of June. I'm not sure about it. INICET questions are not required for NEET PG. How to manage time during exam, I have already told. I think I'm lagging so much behind in the comment section. There are many questions, so I'll be going to the ones which are like not covered so far, okay. Pathology is very weak. How to compensate for it? Go to my videos, NEET PG question paper prediction. I have told you which are the important things. Sir, my GT score is 141. Can I get 160 plus in main exam? Definitely possible. You should see where you are going wrong and which subject, your weak subject, you have to improve. And thirdly, strong subject, you have to get some more information. Okay, like for example, suppose your patho is a strong subject. If you have only done general patho and hemat, then you have to increase your questions to other domains also. You can either go through revision notes, or you can go through custom modules with tagline of clinical and images. So that's the way you increase your scores. So there was a question regarding fibroadenoma. After reading the question, I made the diagnosis correct, but couldn't correlate with Andy. These are the type of mistakes I made. So these type of mistakes are known as mistakes because of not knowing concepts properly. So there are two methods which you can do it right. So one is, you should come across these questions to know that you are making it wrong. Maybe if you come across this question and NEET and then you find out you have made it wrong, there is no time to correct yourself. So the best thing is, when you go through custom models, you will realize. When you go through questions, when you go through GTs, only that is the time when you realize that your concepts are poor. So first of all, that's why I focus on custom models more, because it's like mini GT. Okay, so when you do custom models, you come across this, you have to go back to your notes, you have to read the entire thing either from revision videos. If you're not sure with that also, then you should go back to your main videos or your main notes and get clear with the concept. Okay, these are concept based mistakes which are not to be avoided, especially in topics like breast, which is very commonly asked. How to manage time during exams, I have already told this. My email ID is mentioned in my description. So if you have any queries, you can reach out to me on my email ID. Usually I'll respond to most of the emails which I get which are genuine. Okay, genuine means you like I get many queries regarding my GT score in so and so, can I get a rank of less than 5,000. So these are the things that are like totally individualized based. Okay, I can't comment upon that unless you give me more details. Okay, so most of the things I go through the emails, and if I feel they are appropriate, you are in actual need of help, then I usually reply to those people. My email ID is mentioned in my description. Okay, sir, I haven't really done Oftal. What should I do at this time? See, now you can dedicate up to 1 day or half day for Oftal. In that, first go through retina glaucoma, read from retina glaucoma, because that is the most important thing. Even in INI-CT, retina 3 questions are asked. Then go through refraction, then go through rest of the topics when you have time. You can go through revision videos, you can also do custom modules, you can go through PYQs. These 3 things you can cover. That can be done within like 11 to 12 hours. There is nothing more than that. Then you will be revising specific important things. Like when you read now, you will be highlighting these things, and you will be revising that in the last 1 week. I'll be talking about this in the last 1 week preparation strategy video, which I'll be discussing later. I'll be releasing by the end of this week. I seem hopeless and not want to read. What should I do? This is not like motivation channel. If you want to crack, you have to learn. You have to read. There is no other choice. If I don't prepare good till today, what is my next step preparation for 20 days before NEET PG? So if you haven't prepared anything till today, then your strategy is not for next 20 days, your strategy is for next 1 year. I used to watch eGurukul videos, now I switched to Marrow RR videos. Is it possible to complete it now? So if you're shifted right now, it is going to be difficult, because right now is a phase for revision, not for preparation. And if you have watched eGurukul video, then you better go through the notes of eGurukul. It's not advisable at this point. If you had asked me the same question 2 months ago, I would have strongly recommended. How to manage time during exam, I have already discussed this twice in this video. So I'm just going to skip few questions so that we'll wind up this session in next 15 minutes. Is it better to start for a short subject now which I haven't studied, or else continue with revision, just do PYQs, or else continue with revision, just do PYQ of the subject? So if it is a short subject, it's better you dedicate 1 or 2 days for the short subject, because just revision, just the PYQs won't give you much information for short videos. So if it's like annexation and reader, then you can follow my videos, and also of like dermat and all, I have discussed what are the important things. But it's better if you go through revision for those things rather than just going through PYQs. Sir, is PYTs enough to get rank below 5K? Totally depends on what you studied in your MBBS. If your base was strong, if your foundation was strong, PYTs are enough. But if then if your foundation is not strong, if your basics are not strong, then it's not possible to get below 5K just with PYTs. 10K to 20K very well you can get if you are prepared well from PYTs. Less than 5K is difficult. So what to do if starting now? Start now, aim for NEET PG 2025. Any prediction on the level of exam? Moderately difficult. Since last 2 years it was moderately difficult. This year also we are expecting moderately difficult. Again, tough question is very less likely, because when exams go more towards clinical questions and less of one-liners, then exam becomes moderately difficult anyway. Because when one-liners are asked, it is either you know or you don't know. So if you don't know, then it becomes a hard paper. Okay, like there are tough questions asked and no one knows, then it becomes a hard paper. So this is very common for question papers from like Jipmer, PJ Chandigarh earlier, which used to ask very tough questions and most were one liners. But in clinical questions you have multiple clues available and they are based on like approach based. So these questions tend to be moderate difficulty, not very difficult. So my prediction is it will be moderately difficult. What to revise on one day before exam? One day before exam, it's ideal to revise only the bookmark pearls. Okay, bookmark pearls and bookmark questions which you have read. Only those things, especially bookmark pearls, nothing other than that. Okay, and one day before exam, frankly, I don't suggest revising anything because you should be resting yourself. You should be going to your exam center. Okay, you should be giving time for your mental health rather than focusing on exam. Any prediction on level of exam? Moderately difficult is my prediction. Okay, so moderately difficult, you should be able to solve at least 185 to 195 based on your ranks. If you want to get a rank within 20,000, you can attempt up to 185. If you want to get a rank of below 5,000 or below 1,000, then you should definitely attempt above 195. Okay, 185 to 195 is what you should target for. If it's a tough paper, then you can target up to 180. Okay. So most of the queries are like you are getting this much in GTs and then you want to get this rank range. So what should you do? See, for everything I'll clear up this. So anyone who wants to increase their GT scores by 20 correct responses. Okay, so maybe you are at 120 and you want to get 140 correct, or maybe you are at 130 and you want to get 150 correct. For everything, the funda is basic and simple. First thing, silly mistake constitute 10 to 15 of the total 20 questions that you want to improve. 10 questions around are silly mistake. Silly mistake means you are not able to recall properly because you have not made mnemonics for those repeatedly asked topics. You are making recurring mistakes in those repeatedly asked topics. Second is you are not reading the question properly and you are making mistakes in all but, or you are making mistakes in match the following. These are the two things. So you focus on these two things, your number of correct responses will automatically increase by 10. Okay, for rest of the 10 things you have to go through important topics first and you have to improve on your weak subjects. Like for example, you haven't your anatomy is very weak and you have not read like general part of anatomy, the embryology of pharyngeal arches or CNS part, then you are going to not going to increase your score. Okay, secondly, your strong subjects, if you feel that it is very strong, then you have to go through other less important topics of those strong subjects. Okay, because your strong part of the strong subject is already done, you won't be making any mistakes, then you have to go to the weaker part. So the best strategy for this is custom modules, because custom modules will be covering everything and it will be telling you exactly where to improve on. Okay, and side by side revising your notes, and in last 1 week I'll be releasing how to go ahead with this. Okay, so this is how you improve for 20 scores. Okay, so NEET 2025, don't ask me questions now. There are many queries to be solved regarding 2024. Rapid revision only enough to get rank? Rapid revision is not only enough. Along with rapid revision, you have to do MCQ module, that is custom modules. Can you please share the link of Deepak Marwa sir for medicine? Go to YouTube. There is the Dr. Deepak Marwa channel. Under live session, you will find 6 or 7 videos regarding medicine rapid revision. Should we do multiple fast revision or two proper revision? Two proper revision. Multiple fast revisions, you will be missing out important topics. Two proper revisions is what is advised. How to revise multiple 3 to 4 subjects in one day? Not now. In last 1 week, you will have to do 3 subjects in one day, and that strategy I will be releasing in the video which will be uploaded next week. Can I give GT every 3 days? Depends on you. If you have revised properly and you feel like you are lacking in exam preparation and time management, you can give, but it is not advised at this point of time. Better is custom modules. Which is tough, NEET or INI-CET? INI-CET is obviously tough. That is because more number of one-liners, more number of random questions are asked in INI. Sir, I feel like doing new schedule every day. How to stick to one table? No, your total schedule will change. You can change anytime. It's totally dependent on how you are progressing. Are you able to achieve your previous targets? If you're not able to achieve, then you should revise your timetables daily. So I was getting 160 plus in GT since March, but INICET got 4K. 4K rank is a very good rank for INICET. See, INICET is like a do or die exam. It totally depends on luck and your long-term preparation. It's not about your how many times you revise and all. Okay, it's mainly based on luck. I have seen toppers who are supposed to get rank less than 10 getting rank of 5,000s also. Okay, so INICET you don't rely much on. If you're doing 160 plus in GT is good, then definitely you will be scoring very good in NEET. You will be scoring within 1,000. Sir, I have done 6 main subjects from main videos once. Now only BTR 5 years, INI, FMG, INI, PYQs, audits, FIs. See, you should cover all 19 subject main things first. Okay, then go to the less important things. That along with revision. These two things are these things are the ones which would matter, and BTR for the last 10 days. Syllabus done once, but no visual memory of notes. Concepts are good, sir, not marked notes. GT score 110, nothing marked in notes. Can I start BTR now? No, revise your notes. If you're not sure with memorization, make mnemonics. Your main focus should be on revising and memorization rather than going through like new source now. Okay, you can use BTR in the last 10 days, but if you're not done so far, better avoid it. Revise again and again. I am getting 140 to 150 in GT. Is it okay? Is it okay for what? Which category? What rank you want? And what is your dream front? So it all depends. Okay, 140 to 150 correct in GTs is approximately 150 to 160 correct in NEET if you go at the same pace. So that means you will be landing up in a rank of less than 5,000. That's the normal prediction that I can make. Okay, not more than that. How many days to give to long subject right now? 1 day. If your long subject is weak, then 2 days. Which mode is best in custom model for practice, easy or medium? Give all 3 modes. Medium is better, okay, because that will closely simulate your NEET PG. Sir, custom model with just PYQs or mixed with normal Q bank? See, when you use tag of recent NEET, okay, and when you use of PYQs tag, you will get only PYQs mainly. So if you're strong with that, if you're well enough with that, when you give 3 cycles, as I said, in 1 day if you're giving 4 subjects, or 1 day if you're giving 2 subjects, you will be doing 2 or 3 cycles. So after your first cycle, if you're feeling that these custom models are repeating PYQs again and again, then you can go for clinical questions, okay? Clinical questions plus image based question. These 2 are ones which you can focus to increase your marks. So when to give Marrow mock GT? Give it today itself, within this week. Okay, we'll be winding up this session in the next 5 minutes. So I'll be addressing only important question next. So you can comment, you can text me, you can text in the chat box if I have left any questions. Okay, please answer, sir. If I usually mark a lot of questions for review and I'm able to think better in second go, what to do about it? See, this was good if the old exam pattern was there, okay, we would have got ample amount of time. But right now, for the best thing for this is one-liners don't keep for review. You don't have much time. You either know the answer or you don't know. There is only intuition in one-liners. There is nothing called you go back and then you get a second thought and then you mark it right. So one-liners never keep for review, okay. Case-based questions you are given 20 to 25 minutes to solve in that time only, okay. Don't keep for review. If you have any doubts, you are not able to get that, your mind is blank, then only keep it for review, okay. Keep less questions for review in this NEET PG new pattern. So please suggest psychiatry from AIMS or skin or radio. See, all these things will be after your exam. Don't focus on this now. How many years NEET PYQ? As I told, 3 years. If you have time, then 6 years. can I use only recent NEET tag in custom module? If you have not solved PYQ so far and you need a revision of PYQ, that is recommended in your first cycle. In your second cycle, you can focus on clinical tag and problem stack for like general physiology and general pharmacology and PSM, and image based tags for anatomy, micro, these topics, and radio. Is pediatrics a good department? First qualify NEET PG, bro. If one subject is done from DAMS very long time back, then did T&D, that's a test and discussion of that subject, can I only revise test and discussion of that now? No, for PD and Patho, no, not advisable, because these are the 10 subjects which I have told is the most important. So go through revision videos or revision notes. Don't just go through T&D, because you're not supposed to leave these two subjects. How to rule out last two options? Okay, this is a very good question. So you have gone through the question and you are stuck with two questions. How to rule out these two questions? This is a very tricky situation where you don't know, so in these cases what you can do in lengthy questions, instead of going through the questions in detail, okay, starting from end, first you have to go through the last line, okay, what they ask for this question. What I used to do is I used to go through the options first. Like for example, any micro question is asked, I used to go through the options so I know whether it is bacteriology, virology or parasitology or mycology. So my thought process is limited to that specific topic. So first go through these options. For one-liners you don't do this. For lengthy questions you do this. First go through the options. And in those options, one, without even seeing the question, you'll be knowing one is an odd option. Okay. So that is ruled out. Then you go through the question, what they want. And then you come to the question. So now your thought process is very much limited. You know what exactly examiner is asking. To rule out two options, which you are like at the end you are left out with two options and you don't know what, then the best thing is to go through this question again. That is because in every question there is a clue hidden, okay, and then you see the last option what the examiner is asking. So when you compare this, you will somewhere this idea will pop up in your mind that examiner is asking for something. Even if nothing pops up in your mind, then it's better you mark any one question, okay. Even sometimes in like 10 to 20 questions answers are biased. They are very much biased. If you see the recall videos, you will see that most of these questions, even the faculty will also tell that we don't know what the examiner wants to know. So even the examiner's also version is also biased, okay. So that totally depends on luck then, okay. So 50% probability is a very good probability to go ahead, but this shouldn't happen for most commonly and unbiased questions, okay. If there is an unbiased question, then you have to pinpoint one answer. Okay, it's okay, bro. All are in the same boat. This is a very good comment that I've come across. That is actually true, because you may be talking only to your close friends or maybe your batchmates about your preparation, but I get queries from all sort of students, like through email or maybe on-call discussion in my membership. So I get queries from everyone. I get queries from toppers. I get queries from people who are getting GT ranks, GT correct responses in the range of 130 to 150. I get queries from people who are getting GT's correct responses like 60 to 90 also, okay. So everyone is in the same boat. That is true. Everyone are stressed out, even from toppers till people who are getting correct of 60 to 70, all are stressed out, okay. So there is nothing new in this. I think you should just go ahead with this flow. For surgery, OBG, PSM and medicine 3 years high yield topics is enough. For surgery and OBG, you should go ahead of this. PSM medicine 3 years high yield is enough, but surgery and OBG you should dwell more into, because you will get expected 50 questions from these two topics alone. Big doubt, sir. If we keep tag of recent NEET, we will get only PYQs or NEET pattern questions. Yeah, you will get only that. That is the point of this. In last 1 month, you should be focusing more on the questions that are high yield. If you are very much sure that your PYQs are okay or you have done separately in the last 1 month, then you can go with tagline of clinical and image based and problem based for specific subjects. The whole idea of getting tagline of recent NEET custom modules and PYQ custom modules is because those are the very important things which are not supposed to leave out. How many questions should be correct in custom model? See, custom model is not a testing tool, it is a learning tool. So you shouldn't have any expectations. So is it possible to increase our score now to 140 from 100? 100 to 140 is difficult in last 20 days. 100 to 120 is possible. Up to 130 is possible. If you want to do 140, then you should have extraordinary IQ. Okay. I am very realistic person. I don't give false hopes. I'll tell you what is possible and what is not possible. 100 to 140 is not possible. If you even do everything in your avoid silly mistake and do everything whatever is possible, still you'll get up to 130. Okay, 130 is maximum. And if you're comparing like Marrow GT with your GT scores, then if you're at 100 right now, that means in NEET you will score around 110. Okay, then you can improve on 20 or 25 more, but not up to 140. Sir, I see your videos in which 75%. Okay, I'm in the INI-CET prediction video. Like in pharma, you are told to do few chapters, so only should we revise those chapters? If you have less time, like if you are supposed to finish pharmac in one day revision and you don't know how to proceed, then you have to follow my video. Okay, that is the funda of making this whole set of NEET PG paper prediction, where I discussed PYQ analysis only. That was the point, because PYQs are the only questions that have the tendency to repeat, and you can guess it also. Like I can guess, anyone can guess PYQs, but other than PYQs, no question you can guess. Okay, for INI-CET still you can guess, because INI-CET is prepared by questions mainly from AIMS and PJ. So based on their recent approach, like whatever the thesis they are doing, or mainly on the research aspect, we can guess a few more questions also. But for NEET, it is not possible to guess other than NEET PYQs. Okay, that was the whole point. What was your last GT score? If you remember, my last GT score was my NEET mock, which I gave 1 month before NEET PG. That was 155 correct. So that gave me, I think, score of around 585. So at that time my rank was 5,800 something. So at that point I knew that I shouldn't focus on this. So I just went ahead with my preparation. I didn't focus much on this. My NEET actual PG rank was 838. So you can see the difference was so huge. Okay. So if you just don't focus on your NEET rank in this mock test and you just go ahead with your preparation, you will definitely get 5 or 10 questions right. So your rank range will jump. Okay. So don't focus much, because any coaching app mock test is based on the app interface. Okay, so maybe Prepled or Marrow or Bhatia, so you will be accustomed to it. But in actual NEET exam, it is not based on interface. It is totally a different game altogether. So those who are like very much like getting good scores, like maybe 160 right now, and then maybe in NEET or INI you are getting less. One reason may be that you are so much focused on your app interface or the app questions. So when you see, automatically you will feel that these questions are easy and you can attempt these. But in NEET it doesn't happen so. So that's why anyone who has got horrible rank in your this current NEET mock, whichever app you have given, so for them the message that I would give is, my rank was 5,500 something, 5,800, okay, and in NEET mock, and my actual rank was 800. So there was a hell lot of difference. So last 2 more minutes. $20-day regular test or 20 days revision notes or mix. Mix is the best approach if you are not prepared well enough, if you are not revised well enough. Like 50% for your custom modules, 50% time for your revision. So is it beneficial to review PVQs of IN? I have already answered all these questions. Can I join membership now? I am aiming for NEET PG, only 90 correct in INI. I don't know what your target is. But if you want help in the last 20 days, I can help. But I have already provided this disclaimer in my multiple videos that I don't give false hopes. I don't take. I don't even when if you're a member under my membership program, even if you join my membership, and then during on call, if you tell that you want to score like 150 and like 150 correct, or you want to get a rank of less than 10,000, and right now we are at 90 correct responses, my first response is directly the same, that it is not possible. I am a very realistic person. I give realistic strategies. I don't give false hope. It's not like I tell you that I'll help you in the last 1 month and then you'll get a score of like 150 correct. That is not going to happen. Okay, I'll give realistic strategies. I'll tell you also how much with my strategies, how much you will be able to score also, how much correct you can increase. Okay, and I'll help you to note down your mistakes also, and then correct them so that you don't commit the same mistake again. I don't tell you like how much if you're getting 90 correct, if you're aiming for 150, that is just not possible. Okay, so there's no point in taking my membership also. If you're like stuck somewhere, you really need genuine help, you're not able to progress, then you can approach my membership. If your strategy, if your aim is realistic based, okay, then only I entertain such queries, or else you can prepare for NEET PG 2025. Okay, so I think I have covered almost everything. How to take my membership? You can go to my channel page, and there you will have to click on the join button for membership, and all the terms and conditions are given there. In last 20 days, if you are like feeling that you can realistically achieve this target, only then approach my membership, because there is no point if you are getting some 70 or 80 correct and then you want a rank of less than 10,000. That is not possible. So there is no point in taking this membership. If your aims are realistic and the queries are genuine, like you are getting like 130 correct and then you want to get 150 correct, you want a personalized strategy in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and you have watched all my videos and still you are not improving, then I suggest you can go to my membership. Otherwise, I suggest that you start seriously preparing for your NEET PG 2025. Okay, so winding up, I think I have discussed everything in this video. So those who want to go through the repeatedly asked question, you can go back and you can see the things from last 1 hour. Okay, I have been discussing most important points. So this weekend I will be releasing one more video where I will be discussing last 1 week of preparation strategy, how to proceed in last 1 week. Okay, till then go ahead with your preparation, and all the best.